Hey everyone, it's Tamara Rubin. It's November 3rd, and I almost let the day get away from me here. It's 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock at night in Bahama, Maine, and I told y'all that I would share today a little bit about the distinction between the concern for nanoparticulate zinc and non-nanoparticulate zinc in sunscreens and diaper ointments, and how that doesn't translate to the concern for microparticulate contamination of nano and non-nanoparticulate zinc in diaper creams and sunscreens. So the thing is that people are all concerned about making sure they get non-nano zinc so that it doesn't cross the skin and that it doesn't absorb and it doesn't have carcinogenic properties. But what they're not understanding is that the level at which this zinc oxide component of sunscreens and diaper ointments is contaminated with lead, cadmium, sometimes mercury, rarely also arsenic. That contamination and whether or not that contamination is nano or non-nano has not been evaluated. So people are making this big effort to make sure they're using non-nano zinc, and they're asserting that because the zinc is non-nano and not crossing the skin barrier and not carcinogenic, that of course then the contaminants would be non-nano. And there's been no study, to my knowledge, that has confirmed that the contaminants of nano and or non-nano zinc, the contaminants including lead, cadmium, mercury, and arsenic, are not in fact able to cross the skin and become a transdermal absorption risk for those heavy metals. So in the absence of studying the potential for transdermal absorption risk of these heavy metals, of the contaminant of zinc oxide, we therefore have an unknown potential concern, an unquantified concern. And then there is a body of evidence asserting that when, especially lead, but also other contaminants, are in an oil-based carrier, that there can be a transdermal absorption risk, and that has been demonstrated by several different scientific studies and anecdotal information as well throughout history, that because of this possibility, the transdermal absorption risk when lead is suspended or part of or particulate matter in an oil-based carrier, such as is the case with diaper ointments and sunscreens, that means there's a potential for transdermal absorption of these contaminants in these zinc oxide-based sunscreens and diaper ointments by the nature of the fact that there's an oil-based carrier, regardless of what that oil-based carrier is. So the oil-based carriers, we're looking at, seed oils in some cases, tallow in other cases, petroleum in other cases. It doesn't matter. But my assertion, based on the science and the inquiry I've done and the science I've read, is that the transdermal absorption risk for these heavy metals is exacerbated by the fact that not only do we not know whether or not these are nanoparticulate, which I'm assuming they are because they're contaminations of the zinc oxide, regardless of the nano or non-nano status of the zinc oxide, but also that it's in an oil-based carrier. So I think what the solution here is to avoid zinc oxide-based topical ointments, whether or not that's sunscreen or diaper ointment or other facial creams, whether or not the zinc says it's clear, whether or not it's EWG verified, whether or not it's Clean Label Project certified. All of those things are not looking at the potential concern for the transdermal absorption of heavy metals, which may or may not be facilitated by the oil-based carriers. And that's your quick video from Tamara Rubin tonight that I almost didn't record. I'm posting these on YouTube. This is number 3 for November, on November 3rd. It's dark because it's late, but not too late in Maine. And thanks for watching. I'll share this on YouTube, and in the description on my YouTube channel, the Lead Safe Mama YouTube channel, I will put the links of any relevant articles that we've written on the website that will help discuss this in detail and are things you can share with folks. And if you come across any science that talks about the potential for transdermal absorption of contaminant heavy metals from zinc oxide with the presence of an oil or basically an oil-based carrier, I would love to see those studies. And if you're a scientist or a researcher who is looking for something to study, especially if you're young and doing it for your dissertation or something, let's look at that. Let's look at studying the heavy metal contamination of zinc oxide-based ointments, and whether or not there is in fact a transdermal absorption risk for, especially for babies who are putting this on their skin on a daily basis in the summer with sunscreen and on a daily basis all year round with diaper ointments. Okay, learn more at letsafemama.com. Thanks for being here.